Pardon? All right. I hope everyone can hear me on stream now, and do not be fooled with your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. This is an IRL. This is actually being streamed in Division 2. So you're welcome for that. But yeah, here we are. I think this is round 5, the last season on this game, the last season in this generation of cars, and we are here at possibly the purest driver circuit on the entire calendar. Suzuka, Japan, and speaking of pure drivers, uh, who better to call onto here than the purest driver, the man who runs zero assists, Sen 7B. How's it going, Suraj?
Thank you so much for that, Vifix. Thank you for that gracious intro. But well, I was no assist for quite some time. Turned ABS on last quarter, last season. But yeah, with the new regulations and the new cars, new generations, hopefully things would be much better. But as it looks like, the new generation of car in F1 2022 doesn't seem so easy to drive. It's gonna be a lot tricky. And talking about trickiness of racing, Japan is nothing less than uh,
I think I'll say it's quite tricky is what he means to say, because this is there's no room for error on this track. Like, look at this, as we're watching Captain Sandhu on his outlap right now. Look at that, it's just grass and gravel. There's no runoff area on these tracks. If you mess up, you're probably gonna DNF. It's quite safe to say that. Yeah.
Quite true, Vifix. So sorry, got something. But yeah, as you were saying, it is the trickiest track of the calendar. Not easy, especially the sector 1, where IVC Gagan going on outlap preparing his tires will not be the same next year in the next game. But talking about driving in tricky conditions and tricky circuits, we all can only think of one name, which is Vifix. So, what is your tips and tricks for the circuit, Vifix?
I mean, try not to get involved in first lap incidents. That is a throwback to this game right there. And then read up on your IRL history, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what that means. But yeah, just try and not get involved in any incidents. Try and get your momentum in as fast as possible, because this is a track that requires so much flow. It requires so much flow. You have to be basically perfect the entire lap, and it's easy to mess up in quali laps because you're gonna push a lot, but
Right.
in the race you have to judge your risk versus reward. And sometimes, staying behind a guy for a few laps and then attacking might be the way to go at this circuit, because you can see where they're weak versus where you're strong, and you can overtake on this track, but it does require a lot of bravery. Is all I'm gonna say.
Right, and the strategy, because I don't. Yeah, I remember it very well. Tires aren't kind. The temperatures are too hot, so tires won't be kind to you. You will have to manage your tires well,
I think
isn't it?
I think this is one of those. If you're at the front of the pack and you can't break away, then you're in a very disadvantageous position, because you can get undercut by almost everybody. And it's so difficult to overtake here, especially towards the later end of the race when the cars become even lighter, they're more nimble, so you're the car has more maneuverability to defend. And there's only like 3 overtaking zones here anyway. This turn 1, the corner after 130R, and
And
maybe if you can try through the hair, one of those spoon hairpins.
the hairpin, yes. And Gagan Singh had a moment near the spoon. And talking about the tires, interesting. Ahif is on a medium run right away, where the current championship leaders, easy levels in pit with softs fitted on, and vintage is out on a set of soft tires. So Ahif
Yeah, I think.
is on mediums.
I think IF is trying to build up his confidence right now. Easy level, we've seen this from easy level so many times where he just like stays out. Where he just doesn't go do a lap until like the very end of qualifying. Uh, he clearly is someone who doesn't need any extra effort to get himself dialed into the track conditions. And as
Yeah,
vintage
as
was fun
consistent
on him.
as easy level can be. He has chosen to go out on mediums. He has, or rather, he has fitted a set of mediums, waiting to go out of pits. But I have,
Again, our vintage player spun in a very awkward position, and it's gonna cost him valuable time. He can look at that. He's trying to let everyone go through, and all the traffic there. I think he's just lost some extra minute right there.
yeah, and the tires would have taken a toll. If you
So I
spoon
think
out,
he'll have to
especially in the
just. I
spoon
think he'll have to
section.
pit now because and he did that on his outlap as well. So he probably the tires are going to be very scrubbed, and you don't want to set laps on these sort of tires because just in case you never improve later on, this is the tire that you're stuck with. And oh my God, what is happening? He's literally power sliding through the last corner. That was very weird.
Not just he, but a
Meanwhile, Ace is
lot of
going very
drivers.
slowly on the. That's a very awkward position to let a car go through. Luckily, there's
And a
not
tricky
many
one,
people
yes.
there.
Yeah.
Oxidize doing some. Everyone's just doing some grass cutting right now. Um,
That's alright. And Gagan puts a lap. I think he did do
I think
on his
Gagan
second
is. Yeah,
run.
I think Gagan just needed that first lap to dial himself in. I think he's nearly a second quicker on his second lap, and so is Ahif. Only 5 times on the board so far, and I love this camera angle on this track. The front halo view. I don't know why Cody just doesn't have like camera angles on the broadcast settings that you can manually select all the time, and instead has these like very generic ones. But yeah, slight rant on spectating aside. Meanwhile, Ace cutting some more grass. Has he run out of fuel?
Yes, he is out of fuel. You could see the red lantern or the red fuel gauge flashing.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, you don't want to do
So,
that because it's gonna waste so much of your time.
right, I don't know why are the people
Oh
not
my
going
God.
out, or they are going out way too late, especially easy level. Who could have been very close to the in terms of championship. I mean, he is P2 at the moment, quite some distance away from vintage player, but the DNF in Hungaroring would have costed him
Yeah, I mean,
big time.
as I know something about DNFing in the Hungaroring from winning position, so
Yeah,
I
in fact,
will.
I was just going to the points table. You have finished 2 races. You have won 2 races.
Yeah, so
You
I'm
have DNF
basically
in the other
Max
two.
Verstappen spirit animal from this season so far. Whatever the results I'm achieving are what he's gonna achieve in real life. So it's left me kind of conflicted as a Ferrari fan whether I should just DNF every race then. But yeah, uh, regardless.
No, as a Ferrari fan, we do not want. We want the car to get that extra 20k PMH. And the only weakness in Ferrari, I think so, as of now.
I,
But yeah, if it gets fixed,
yeah,
which I
but
think there's expected in Spain
yeah,
with
I
some
think
big.
they're gonna bring a new floor in Spain is what I heard. But of course we haven't heard from the gracious lords of Amos yet as to what upgrades Mercedes are gonna bring that unlocks 10 seconds from their car package this time around.
Well, it is Mercedes. They have done well, so would be wrong to count them out. And talking about counting people out, you cannot count Sid Kulkarni out yet because he is been a force.
Yeah.
Yes, he is P4 in the championship, but he had a DNS. He has been consistent. He has been there. So
Yeah,
I
both
think
the Sids
he's
are quite
both the
consistent
sets.
drivers.
Yeah, both the
If
sets.
the name is Sid, you're quite consistent. Meanwhile, Manan is mugging a top 10 right now with a 2 minute lap time. So I really don't know why people aren't setting laps yet. Like almost more than half the session is over.
That's strange. I think everybody is going on a 2 lap old tires. I don't think this game does that. If unless you're on medium tire, why are people going on a second run?
I
Why are they
just think
waiting
nobody
for?
can get acclimatized to the track in the first lap of a new tire. I think it's just taking them a lap extra because we haven't been to a track like this yet. I think on the calendar where there's hardly any room for runoffs, the old school
Yeah, but
style.
it is 8 minutes into the session, so The track must be rubbered up. The track must be in a solid condition to drive.
I
But
mean, I always like to take the driver's side in this, but yeah, it's a bit weird. But then you have people like Sid Venkatesh and Easy Level Bot who can just pump in on the first lap on mediums, lap times of the fifth and sixth. So those two definitely have an edge, I'd say right now with the rest of the field. Considering
that
how fast they can get the tires to work, they're, everyone else is taking extra lap on better tires
and
as
Manan
well.
on extra on the extra lap, so
I
he's
don't know.
on a 3 lap
We've
all
seen Manan
tires.
do this. We've seen Manan do this. But he went from a 2 minute 15 to a 1 minute 57. It's improved by
He must be
18.
doing he must be doing, and
Oh no!
he
Oh no! And
wins and
he's
he
quick.
crashes out.
Yes.
No, Manan. I think he was on a race trim maybe, but
I think Caesar is just waiting for the gif on that one. Yeah.
yeah, you wouldn't want that. But talking about lap times, what do you think would be full time for today?
I think there's still another. I think around another 4 tenths left to find, maybe 29.6. Being a bit.
29.6. I say it's 29.8 maybe or
It depends on
29.7-ish.
how much the front runners want to risk it as well, because the lap times are quite close. It's not like someone has like some massive advantage that they can just send it. Meanwhile, as we say that Gagan is 4 tenths off in the first sector.
Wow, so already in the range of 29.6
Yes, but
if
let's
he's
see
able
now
to
what
match the
can
time
he do.
before.
He downshifts all the way to second gear for that hairpin.
Yeah,
Um,
that's change. You don't need to.
yeah, it just kicks your car up a bit more, but I mean it's his process at this point, so I'm not gonna question it. And meanwhile, Oxidize retires.
I think he lifted a bit in the spoon, did Gagan Singh. So let's see if he is still 4 tenths up or has he improved? Has he not improved?
He's
He has
still
improved
up by four
marginally.
tenths, marginally. But
Marginally.
I think there's
100s up.
time. There's time for his competitors to find in that middle sector, as you said, Suraj. But now let's see what can he do across the line. Pretty clean last sector, I must say. Short run to the
Right.
line. He says a
And
29.3. This is
29.3. He
absolutely
beats both
obliterated
of
him.
our pole times. 29.3. That's a
Yeah, that is
massive
a
improvement.
madness right there. And now the rest, all the pressure
He
is
would
now
have
on
got
them.
3 tenths. He improved 3 tenths right from 130 yard to the final corner. I mean, there's only
And
one
meanwhile,
corner
IF
per
does a
se, and
30.1, so he goes into P3. He's Gagan, and he's still got more lap time in that lap because he did have a not as
yeah,
good
he did
middle
lift in the
sector. He
spoon.
barely
Yeah,
gained in the
yeah, he
middle.
did, and
Oh,
he crashes. No, 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 Gagan.
on the in lap. How has
What
that
did you do,
happened?
Gagan? No, no, no.
That was
I think he
so.
was pushing. He was
Oh
pushing
no! As
again.
soon as we have the comment that says Gagan for the win as well, so that is we don't even do the panoting anymore. That is just some different level. That is a different level. Meanwhile, how close is it between second to fifth?
Oh, Mr. Stark disqualifying the wrong way.
And he
Uh,
just set a lap as well, so I don't know what happened there, but
yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
now
lot of guys aren't going out. I think a minute or maybe 30 minutes before, I think there were only like 3 or 4 guys who hadn't put a time. So, Ahif, let's see if he's improving. He is quick. Ahif is quick, isn't he?
yeah, but they'd have to improve by a lot now. They have to take a lot of risk, and I think Ahiv is going into the pits by the way, since he just set a lap. It's
Yeah,
Swag Boy.
he
We have to
is
watch in
100 ERS.
P2.
Yeah.
The only good news for Swag Boy is that he knows that Gagan's not going to improve his time, so this whatever he sets now, he can risk it a bit more than he originally would have, since Gagan was probably going to get to do another lap, a bit of overcorrection there in the first turn
Right.
itself. That is not how you want to start the lap, but it's not about how you start, it's about how you go throughout the lap.
I don't think he has a clean sector.
Yeah, does he have enough time to back out and go into the pits again, as you see Gagan's deceased tire right there?
I don't think
He's
he can
two
go to
tenths
pits
up,
and he can
and
come.
oh, I hope he doesn't get held up by that Mercedes. Yeah, it does let him go. To their credit. Now this middle sector, he'll have to gain a lot because Gagan had a really clean last sector, which means that in order to beat the time, and he did get a bit of toe, I think, from off of Deadly Mosquito as well. So this could be a challenger.
Oh
Maybe as he's
no!
hit too much of the curve. That is.
No,
Oh
you
no.
can't take that curve. You can't take the curve. You can take the curve maybe at the later part of the
Maybe in a
curve, but
races,
no.
maybe in the race as well when your car is heavier.
Yes.
And he's trying for the ultimate lap time. Wasn't he in his fun again? Oh my
Oh
god, into
no,
the
his
path of easy
tires
level.
would have gone. His tires would be dead. And but yeah, so let's see if Ahif is on is in pits.
Now
Um,
I've just come out again,
just got out
so
of lap.
he's
I think
this.
he has time to put a
It's
run.
gonna
I
be
think this is
Ahif
the
and
time.
Sid Kulkarni. Ahif, Sid Kulkarni, Venkatesh and Easy Level Bot, because remember they've done their best lap on the mediums, so now they're on the softs. What can they do?
Right.
He follows Sid Venkatesh with
I
the.
saw somebody in the last corner. Was he backing out? I think it is Deadly Mosquito has spun out in the penultimate corner. He's trying to cut the track and go to the pits.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's gonna be a shootout between Ahif, Sid, Anton,
Easy
Ace,
level.
and Sid is on a lap. Sid is on
Sid
a
is
lap. Sid
on lap.
Venkatesh, and he's improving by
Alright,
two and a
so
half tenths.
now let's see what he can do in the middle sector, because it's really the middle sector where is the biggest time gain that can be found.
Oh, the hairpin. He stayed on second gear for too long. That's too
That would have
much
cost him a
sacrifice.
tenth and a half,
Yeah.
because all the way down this straight he's going to hit a lesser speed than he did. Let's hope he doesn't make the same mistake as his teammate did. Can he? Yes, he can. He takes it very cleanly actually.
Yeah.
And now, what is the middle sector split going to tell us in terms of what his lap time is going to be? What is it? And it's 7 tenths up, but that is not challenging. It will be P2. That is
It will
not
be
challenging
P2.
pole yet. But last sector, what can he do? Um, Nice and easy. You can spin out very easily on that section.
Oh, he
So,
had a little bit of moment in the
so
on the 9 10
29.5.
79.5. So that's an
Not
impressive.
easy level bot.
Well
I
done,
think he's
Sid.
given up
Well
on.
done,
Yeah,
Sid.
so easy level bot's not gonna set a time. I think next car up. It's
Right.
actually
Is
Sid
he
Kulkarni, but
improving? Is
even
it sector
he's down
one?
on his time, so that is not. So Ahif is the only one on a lap right now, and
Hive is
it,
up by two tenths almost.
yeah. So that is the purple sector, I think. Now what can he do in the middle sector? Again, second, third gear. This one much more efficient, and he takes all of the exit curve as well. Um, Now, it's clean track for him, so he shouldn't get held up by anyone as he cut across into Spoon,
A
negotiated.
beautiful entry to the
Yeah,
spoon. Beautiful entry to the spoon.
nicely negotiated. And now, into the middle sector, split through 130R. What is it gonna be? 3 tenths. Oh, I don't think it's gonna be enough.
But why is it showing purple?
I
Why is
don't
it
know.
showing purple? The game is
That's
glitched.
just, yeah, that's just this game. I think Swagboy didn't make it to the line to set his lap, so that is it for
Let's check it.
him.
Oh, why is it going wide? Why is it
Yeah, and
going
he's just gone
wide?
wide. I think he would have improved his position, but now Anton Hyper's next man up.
Slightly up, almost a tenth up, almost a
Yeah.
tenth up.
Can he get into the top three? Can he get into the podium places in qualifying? That 129.7 is there to
So
be
he need 4
beaten.
tenths. He need 4.5 tenths to be there.
And he's getting the slipstream off of that Mercedes. He's 2 tenths up now on this one. And remember, I have took the last few corners. He took the long run to the line, so if Anton can just take the short run. Ooh, bit of a moment, maybe.
Why
What? No, he
is he
takes a
going
long run
wide?
as well. Oh
No,
no,
just
he
a
goes
tenth and
P4
half up.
though.
Good lap.
So it didn't matter in the end that Gagan crashed out because he's still on pole. I don't think anyone's beating it.
Yeah.
Everyone's crossed the line now.
But yeah,
So
Anton had a good qualifying. I don't see Anton being qualifying so up quite often. But yeah, that's a good qualifying by Anton.
quite a close quali for normally circuits like these bring out the a big time difference, but only 1.3 seconds separating first to 10th. That has to bode well, and easy level getting to start on the mediums because he messed up on his soft run. So
Right.
Anyway, let us just run through the grid order once. It is Gagan on pole, Sid Venkatesh in second, Ahif third, Anton Happus fourth, Swagboy fifth, Sid Kulkarni sixth, Captains on the seventh, AS eighth, Isilal bot in P9 on mediums, Vintage Play in 10th on sauce. Will be a bit disappointed with that. Deadly Mosquito in 11th, free tire choice begins from Deadly Mosquito onwards, Hershey 12th, Manan 13th, the last person to set a lap time. And by a lap time, I'm very loosely defining it because, yeah. Oxidized is 14th, Indic 15th, Thakur was 16th, and Mr. Stark got disqualified for going the wrong way. So yeah,
And I have said and Kulkarni have done whatever they could to stay ahead of Vintage and Easy Level. I'll be eyeing on the fifth row where
yeah,
both the championship leaders will be starting side by side.
yeah. This is just around that point of the season where you get interested in the championship fight, especially since I'm pretty sure the calendar for this season is gonna get shortened a bit, considering when the new game's coming out. So there's probably lesser races than what it says on the calendar.
That's so right.
Even less.
Anything can happen. Uh, try race it is.
So
And
nice for Cody's to give us some porpoising pre-renders right there on the right
purposing on
side
the
with
car
the
is still
map. Yeah.
that is so they
Yeah,
thought of not
This
adding.
is the new Mercedes upgrade that they're going to be bringing.
Cody's being Cody's, but they thought of not adding proposing
Yeah,
for
because everyone will
2022.
figure
But
it out anyway.
yeah,
That is,
and but then good to have in the grid
yeah,
where the cars are still and you are proposing. So yeah,
yes, really.
and yes, so now the strategy is locked in. The tire temperatures are up, the fuel is added, and the drivers all start the formation lap, thinking just what to do, how to have the clean start in a ever so tricky turn one where it is very
Oh,
easy to get collected.
we have a lot of different tire compounds here. So we have we have the top 8 on softs, ninth easy level on mediums, 10th vintage on softs, a deadly mosquito Hershey Manan on mediums, oxidized in 14th on softs, Indie Gamer on
Why
mediums,
is
Thakurma on
Takura on a
softs,
soft?
and
Why?
Mr. Stark in 17th on hards. This
Hard
is where
tires.
we
All three compounds.
expect to see some spiciness in that bottom 10 to begin with the different tire compounds, especially Oxidized and Thakurva. They will have to work their way up very, very soon in order to make sure that they can make something of this race.
Yeah, hand would be the guys and likes of easy level and vintage player who need to be up there, who can't afford to be caught in
And especially
between all the
vintage player as
drivers.
well, because he's on old softs. The softs he did qualifying on,
Oh,
easy levels on medium, so at least
right.
form of he has something to fall back on late on. So he doesn't necessarily need to be as aggressive at the start. And can Gagan replicate his qualifying performance into his race performance this time? Seen many a time he hasn't been able to do it, and meanwhile he's just bolted on this formation lap. By the way, look at the gap in the field.
Right, but yeah, Gagan, I think he has improved his pace. I did battle him quite, quite few in last races in last season, and he has pace. He is consistent, but yeah, misfortune of safety cars, tricky conditions have caught him out. But yeah, Gagan knows to hold it, but he is lining up with Sid Venkatesh, who is one of the cleanest
The
drivers in
most experienced campaigner in IRL. The
the
most
most
experienced.
experienced campaigner, and in life, I would say, all as well. So
I think Team Scal has him beat on that one though. He's been around.
Steve Skal will beat in everywhere,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
in every
Yeah.
factor of things. But Ahif will be right behind Gagan, so it's going to be interesting between Ahif and Sid V and
And
Anton.
hopefully it's all
Uh,
clean through turn one.
it's
You
all
know,
clean now, right?
trying to find a good camera angle because yeah, but let's wait and watch. Cars are all settled on the grid now, so we should be going anytime now. Waiting. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red lights. Lights out, and away we go. And it is a pretty good start from Gagan to keep his lead right at the front. Sid Venkatesh I have had a bad start there, and he's been gobbled up immediately by Anton and Swag Boy. Um, So it's as you were for the top two, but Anton jumps up all the way to third, and Ive has gone down to seventh. As easy level bots gain 3 positions using mediums. That is an absolute worldie right there, and
And
that is.
contrary to that, Vintage has lost 3 positions on the set of soft, so
Oh,
that's not going good for the championship.
Thakurva is round. He's in the gravel. Oh, that is not the start he wanted, especially since he was on those softs. And meanwhile, Gagan Singh has already started to bolt away from the pack. He's already a second clear in like one sector. He's following the Nova West advice through Degner. That is the only thing I can think of. He's taken that absolutely flat out.
Yeah, and Swag Boy Anton would be dying to get past Sid Venkatesh if in case he is he is just preserving his tires and
it's
not
the
pushing
same
at the moment.
And remember, it's a bit of a team game. Will have to come into play now.
Oh yes, yes. The
But
P2, P3 for horses.
from his setup, I can say that Gagan is running a lot of downforce because he just lost like 3 tenths in this straight to Sid Venkatesh. Now that could also be
And
the power deployment, but yeah, you don't lose 3 tenths, especially at this point. And look at how much he gains off of the slow corners
and
as well.
he's not using ARS. He's not using ARS, Gagan Singh. Now he is, but Easy Level had a great start. He looks like a man on a mission.
Into race winning contention immediately. Meanwhile, if it were Ferrari, it was not a good start for either of them. Thakurva wide, and I have lost 4 positions.
What happened to Ahif? Did he
had
had
a
a
slow
compromise
getaway.
slide?
I think he just had a slow getaway. And kudos to Anton and the Swag Boy and Captain Sundar. They absolutely capitalized on it as Captain Sundar spun. And did he reset to track?
I missed that, but I think he has, then he is. Oh, there's something wrong with Captain Sandhu and Vintage player.
Oh
I
no,
think
that
it is Captain Sandhu collected a Vintage player, and Vintage player
this
is
is
in
one of those
Rafila.
tracks, Suraj, where if you spin once, you want to get back on power so fast, but the nature of the track, if you
Will
try and
not
get back
allow
on
you.
power too early, you're just going to spin again. And meanwhile, look at Swag Boy, he's just caught up to Sid Venkatesh. So I think the team order will be coming in soon enough to drag.
And guess what? As it stands, Easy Level is chucking the point difference away from Vintage. If Vintage has a bad race, which as the moment
but you can
he
never
is
say
having.
never in IRL. And Sid Venkatesh, through this corner, we've had bad repetition before as this game is absolutely screwing me on the camera angles, and yeah, that did not look like team orders. If it was, then
It did not. It did not. And Sid is coming back on Swaggy Boy.
but no,
Very close.
The DRS isn't even enabled yet, and these guys are going for it this far, this hard. But yeah, meanwhile, Mr. Stark all the way up to 11th on hard, so that is, I think him, Easy Level, and Harsh is all the way up to P8 as well. Manan right now in the last of those points positions in P12. But now can Swag Boy catch up to Gagan Singh, because it's coming to the point where they might get out of his undercut window even, and at that point it becomes really tough, unless it's a safety car of course, to get him back.
He would need to, in fact, so well Venkatesh and Anton, because Easy Level is gaining on these guys.
I mean, another few laps. He doesn't even have the better tire yet in terms of wear. I'd say in another 4-5 laps, he's going to start cutting his way through these guys, and they might have to start pitting as well. So I think right now Easy Level is in a very good
Mr.
position.
Stark goes and EDNF. Mr. Stark has gone to the wall.
And that is a VSC.
At the exit of Sector 1. Is it a VSC? It is VSC.
Right
is it a VSC? Not.
It is a VSC. Right at the hairpins, I assume he's taken too much of the exit curve, because it's a very weird place to crash.
Yeah, and the grass before the hairpin is also not too kind on the car. If you go,
yeah, because where he's been, you have to travel a lot, and it's a very slow corner. I'm wondering how he's gotten his car placed on the other side of the track through a slow corner. Yeah, that's a bit weird. But
and
yeah,
you would want to brake. You would want to brake as hard.
He's got on a drive-through under virtual safety car. He's just coming off of his first podium as well. It's not what you want to happen.
And he is on to pits.
And I don't. Oh yeah, because it is a VSC. So luckily for him, he can just serve it immediately.
It's not VSC anymore. It's not VSC anymore.
He can just serve his drive-through immediately. Because if it was a safety car, he had to wait another full lap of going around. But yeah, that feels bad for Mr. Stark because he got such a good start. He'd gone from last to 12th on hards as well, so it would have come through for him later on. Meanwhile, Hershey, who just overtook Ace like a quarter of a second before their virtual safety car came out, and you can see the medium tire runners are making such good ground right now.
Right, but easy level is not gaining on Anton. He was 4.3 seconds off. Now he's at 4 point,
Ooh,
almost 5
he's had a
seconds.
bit of a moment there on the steering wheel. I am giving Panoti to so many people. It's just, yeah, it's not been a good race for Ferrari and Red Bull so far. Uh, yeah, they're pretty much down in the dumps right now, but it's still a long race. We're only on lap 4, so they can pick themselves up. Meanwhile, easy level, I think this is starting to become a train. Anton, easy level, Ahif, but yeah, you can see how much quicker easy level is just to the middle sector. He's put on because the wings must be a lot lower than whatever Anton is running, and that is
Yeah,
gonna make
and now
passing
he
him
has a
easier.
DRS, but will he
Yeah.
be able to make up over Anton? Looks a little
Yeah,
too
it's a
far
bit too
at the
far away.
moment.
And easy level smart. He knows that his championship rivals right now are absolutely nowhere. So the he can choose to not be as aggressive as he would be. And meanwhile, Swagboy is gaining a bit on Gagan. He's gained like 3 tenths in the last 3 laps. So we'll keep an eye out for that one. But look at how closely easy level is able to follow even through the sector 1 as well. Um, I think a
The
move is
tires will
gonna.
come. The tires will come back to him in just about a lap or two, and he needs to be patient now. He needs to be
Yeah.
patient.
Oh, so yellow flags in sector 1. What's happened? It is. No, it's not. It's Indek. Oh, he has no front wing. And his driver face is glitching. And Manan becomes the first driver to get it 3 seconds. Marvelous.
So Hershey made a mistake, and I think
Yeah,
that
he's
has
lost some
allowed
time
Sid
right there. Yeah.
Ganesh
Yeah, I think
to
he's allowed
make a
Ace
move.
and Sid back through. Yeah, it has.
But let's talk about
Ooh.
top three. Top three guys. Gagan's Vexed. Sid has been
Suraj,
has got the pace.
just 1 second. Did you have your voice sharing turned on?
I will have.
Because I think Gupta's saying that. Welcome back, Gupta, by the way. He's saying that he can't hear you.
Let me check.
Oh, meanwhile, easy level on the move on Anton, and Anton's not gonna fight it. He knows that the easy level is much faster right now. Ooh, I thought there was gonna be a moment on the brakes, right there, on the brakes. But yeah, easy level through, and he's carving his way through the grid right now. This is very, very, very.
I can listen to me, and Gupta can choose and ignore if he
Oh,
wants
he
to.
says
But
he
yeah,
just doesn't want to listen to Suraj. Okay, wait.
I mean we don't even want to listen Gupta. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, Sid has been
It's been so
quite
close.
consistent.
I think all three of them are just like setting the same lap time because the gap is just it goes up to like 1.7 and comes back down to 1.4 at times. It's
Yeah,
very
but
very.
easy level bot has overtaken Anton. We missed that, or
No,
did I
I
miss
didn't.
that?
No, I did not miss that. But yeah, look at how much pace easy level bot has over the rest right now. He's already cleared Anton by quite a considerable margin in just like 2 sectors. And it's gonna be they're gonna have to start thinking now of pit stops, the front three.
And what do you reckon if you have to go to pits right now? Will you be putting a set of hard tires, medium tires?
I think they have to try and go on to mediums because easy level I think it easily, and meanwhile Swagboy pit, as soon as I say that I think easy level can easily go to
And
the soft
swag.
set by the end. And meanwhile Anton Hyper is gonna have another go at him. He's gonna have a go at him. Easy level moves, gives him the inside line. That's a bit weird, but
Oh, Anton made it.
they made it tough, but
If
so
it wasn't for the nature of this track, it would have been easy switch back for easy
yeah,
level.
you can't do anything on this track. So that is
Cannot do.
now we have to watch whether Swagboy is gone on softs. He's going two stop.
Why? Why would
I
you do that?
must ask that question as well. I don't know why you would ever go for the extra pit stop in a 50% race as well. Just don't have the number of laps to close down the field. Easy level, is he gonna try and do something at the hairpin? Nice defending from Anton. Just keeps his car in the middle. So I think Gagan Singh now he can just stay out. There's no need to react to Swag Boy.
Yeah, but only if Gagan knows about it. If they have a race
Yeah,
engineer,
they need to. Oh,
they
it
will have an
oxidizes!
oxidize. Is retired. What happened?
I think it's and then it's a safety car. Oh no,
It's a
this
safety
goes from
car.
bad to worse for
Ooh.
Swag Boy.
Could be a blessing in disguise. He was on a set of soft tires. It's just put a set
No
of
way. Yeah,
medium.
I
But
don't.
uh,
I think that's
if
bad
it
for
is
easy level
somebody who
actually.
for whom it has gone worse, it is easy level.
Yes. Now,
He
hopefully no one cuts the pit lane here. By the way, it would take
is
a
he
lot to
going to
cut it.
pits? No,
No,
he's
he's
not going to
not. He's
pits.
not. Oh, I don't know about that one.
Now
God.
this is gonna be
Yeah,
a
it's gonna get
little,
interesting now. Hopefully, no one speeds into the
a
pit lane
little
as well.
interesting. Yeah, everybody from P2 to P8 are pitting. Is Manan going to pits?
Doesn't
Manan
pit
is staying
because he's in
out.
medium.
Swaggy is straight out. Deadly on a 4-lap or
Swagboy
soft
stays
tires.
out.
Swagboy stays out. Yeah.
I don't know about that one since he could have just gotten rid of his softs and gone to the end on a different compound.
Yeah. Deadly is going to pits. Takuwa on a 3-lap old medium tires and not going to pits. Captain Sandhu, is he going to the pits? He is
Well, I
not.
think when we
Vintage,
have our first instance of someone getting lapped, Indie game has been lapped.
right? It's maybe Vintage would be happy about it that they have it. They have that we have a
I don't know
safety
what
car,
these
but
guys are doing at the safety car, by the way. Easy level just has to maintain position. I don't know, it's trying to let Indie gamer go through. Vintage does pit for even fresher softs.
and
On for mediums.
Vintage player adds another set of medium tires. But yeah, but I don't think Indie Gamer can overtake. He did overtake easy level, but will he be able to overtake the safety car? I don't think the game allows. Oh, he has.
Wait,
He
Anton
has.
has gone on hards. What was there's so many different strategies here now. I can't.
And Sid Kulkarni is on hearts as well.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I mean, hard could be. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
I was
could be
half
ideal
expecting people
because
would go to hards, but they are on
yeah,
medium,
they
so
definitely Gagan Sid these guys have confidence in pulling out the laps on medium. So I still don't know why Struckboy didn't just pit again. I mean, he could still pit because the grid hasn't caught back up yet, and he probably wouldn't be last.
and because of Indie Gamer, maybe the safety car lap might get extended because he was
No, he has been
almost about
lapped,
to
so
be lapped.
it will not get extended. He has been lapped. He has been.
No, he has been lapped, and he moved ahead, and he
Yeah,
overtook the
I don't
safety
know
car.
what that was because I think aren't you just supposed to keep position?
Yeah, and also the game doesn't allow you. I mean, if you
Yeah,
do
I don't know.
so,
Yeah, so
you
yeah, that's
get
very weird.
disqualified.
Maybe Easy Level did overtake him coming out of the pits when the safety car was out. It's a bit confusing, but you know, if it
Yeah,
allows more
and
cars back into
now
racing, then
Thakurwa goes to the pit. Well, he's not losing, but he lost. He did lose
yeah, I
two
don't know why he
positions.
didn't pit when
Yeah,
everyone else was.
Thakurwa being Thakurwa possibly, but
I mean, he's still ahead of the Red Bull, so there's no. He didn't actually lose anything there.
right, and both the Red Bulls are not having the
Yeah,
best of races.
I just fail to understand what Swagba and Hershey are doing right here. Are they really going to try and go to the end on softs? Because that's the only way the strategy would ever make sense. They have
They
to
certainly
catch, they have to
cannot.
overtake everyone twice to finish where they are right now.
They certainly cannot. So Swag Boy has a chance against Manan, who's on an 8-lap. I mean,
Yeah,
he started
but
on medium, so he will have to make a bit. So Swag Boy
but
can
that's
go
not
on
gonna be
mediums.
for P4. That is literally gonna be for like last because they're the only people who haven't pit.
Right.
I mean, but do you trust Madan?
Oh,
That's the real
who's
question.
he?
Yeah, it's the It's
Was it?
It's a Japanese connoisseur, a man who knows everything about this track and how to make videos on it as well. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
gracing of the cameo in the chat. Let's get hype, boys. Do tier 3
And
subscription and whatever.
welcoming him back into the Indian Racing League. Gupta, how are you?
I am good, and it had to be on a Friday, my favorite day of the
Yes.
week.
I
So,
mean,
yep, it looks
yeah.
like a very exciting race so far.
Yeah. Can you just, as a fellow Haas, how nervous are you right now for Swagboy's strategy call here? What
First
is
of all,
your
I'm not a
thought
fellow
going on?
Haas anymore.
You
Goddamn
are the
traitors, but
Haas, you are the Haas journeyman, so we have to ask
I
you this.
was man. I was the man. But I mean, looking at the strategy right now, Swagboy might be relying on the great drivers of Division 2 to bring out another safety car, and that's where he's gonna be the one who is
But
going to attack
even still, he would
the other
still be
drivers.
last because no one will pit if there's another safety car.
No.
They're just gonna.
I'll tell you this, Reflex. If you remember last season's championship,
Also, the
especially
safety car has
Bahrain,
been out
where
for a ridiculously long time. It's been like
Yeah,
five
and
laps.
Indy
They
yeah,
Gamer
walked
yeah,
is
ahead
no.
not
halfway.
pushing. Indy Gamer is
I
not
mean,
pushing lap
if
as
I
well.
can get an invite to the lobby so that I can get the live status of the things that are happening right now, because I'm a bit delayed with everything.
I mean,
So,
it's
but
a
yeah,
5 lap long safety car right now. I don't really think you're missing out on much.
I mean, a lot can happen at the safety cars. Ask Somer
Yeah.
from Hungary,
Yes.
and
Ask
certain
Vicky from
drivers from
Hungary.
certain races.
A
Oh
lot can
yeah,
happen under green flags as
definitely.
well.
Oh, yeah, true.
Ask HVP, just HVP to be honest.
Oh yeah.
And talking about strategy, I think Anton Hypers might be in a good position. But
But are
yes,
the
the
hearts
longer
good
the
enough?
safety car,
I
stays
think
out.
boys, I think we're seeing somebody spin on this first lap. The safety car's been out for 4 laps.
Yeah.
Nobody's even on the softest compound. They do not have any
This is
heat in
so
those
good
compounds.
for the
They do
medium
not
tire
have any
runners,
heat
FX
in
though.
those. Yeah,
The
they're just coasting right now.
I think
They-
safety cars should be in this lap. Indie
Hopefully it
Gamer
is. Hopefully it is.
has got up the pack.
Suraj, can you help me out with an invite? Vifix's
I
invite is a
did
bit bugged.
I did send you an
The game
invite.
is bugged in general, so.
Oh
But
yeah, I mean
yeah,
that's
well,
nothing new. Oh yeah, I got it. Thank you, Suraj.
oh my god, this is just. Yeah,
But my heart goes to vintage player. I mean,
I mean,
he
how is he? He's somehow still in this, so he always relying on the safety cars in
Vintage player
IRL.
is always in the race. You
Trinity
just
was
can't.
gonna spun! He was gonna spun as soon as I said it. Someone was gonna do it on this lap.
No, he's just heating up his
right.
tires. Come
And
on.
if the safety car comes in, I think
And
the
it is in this
flashes.
lap, so he has to catch up now as well.
He has to catch up, but he will. He will. The track's gonna bunch up. I hope it is not a repeat of last season.
I mean, there's a lot of warning
Season
given to the
one.
leader. There's a lot of warning. There's a lot of time given to the leader
Right.
to map it. And we will watch from Gagan Singh's POV because he is second. Let's see when easy level bot bolts. Is he gonna go? No.
He's gonna take up the line.
No.
Is he going?
No.
Going? No, he's not. And he is gone
And he has
now.
gone. What a brilliant one. Because I think he felt that the guy behind was revving in a lower gear.
Look at Sid Venkatesh though. He is on with the top two, and now Manan is struggling a bit with those 8-lap
And
leads
Harshi already making moves on Sid Kulkarni, who's gone all the way wide.
But look at Swagboy on Manan.
Manan versus Swagboy. Ooh, that is. I think Manan
What a
knows
move.
cannot fight that because I think Swagboy is going to take the lead here. He's going to try and build as much of a gap as he can before he has to pit again.
Yep. He is relying on
And
that
Indie
safety car,
Gamer
that's
has
for sure.
passed Vintage.
But
Vintage
what's
Play
happened to
has.
Vintage? What happened to Vintage? Because even Deadly Mosquito is ahead of him now.
He made
had
a
a moment.
contact. His left end plate is gone.
Yep. Damage for Vintage player.
No Vintage. So this means easy level game on for him, the championship, and there's
Oh,
something
there's
lots
Manan who has
happening.
spun around.
Oh,
Chokran
no.
is back at it.
Oh no, it got so lucky with the safety car as well. Put him in the back. But Gagan spun! Gagan spun!
Ooh, Gagan, no. And the Haas boys are battling right in the 130R. Is it a repeat of
No, I
Gupta
think
and somebody?
Sid had to
No, it is
relent there
not.
because I think Gagan would have spun right into his path, so he would have been the most disadvantaged. But that's good for Swag Boy because now he only has to overtake easy level before he can start making a gap.
And easy level and Swag Boy both have to pit. Sid doesn't need to.
Yeah,
Anton doesn't need to,
Anton
and
doesn't
Ahib
need to as
doesn't
well.
need
And
to.
meanwhile, Ahib on the inside. This is very, very aggressive. And now we watch Anton Ahib's right hand side. Has he made the corner though?
He
Yes,
has.
he does. And Ahib had to back out there. That's a very,
Fair
very
and square racing by both the guys.
Oh my god, meanwhile Vintage Play just goes from bad to worse, doesn't it? Right, what's happened?
There's a yellow flag in sector 1.
It's Manan again!
Is it?
It's Manan again!
He's making his own luck at this point.
I don't think I want that saying used in a more appropriate. Thagura is now 8th, even though his last fight 15 seconds on lap 1, because everyone just spun in front of him. Yeah, I think easy level would have to let Swag Boy go now.
Gagan
And
retires.
there's another spinner.
Gagan retires.
Gagan spun!
retires.
Gagan spun on that and
He has
it's
crashed
another
out.
safety
Gagan
car.
has crashed out.
So now will the soft run is pit? Because this
I
is
think
perfect
he-
for
I
the
think
medium
he has
runners.
to pit.
Their
Yeah, I
tie life
think-
is good now.
Yeah, and I think Sid
Sid
is
now
the
can
leader
go
now.
till the end.
Yeah, and so can
Yeah,
Anton.
he is.
And it
It's a
should
big
be
disadvantage actually for
straight
Anton because he's on
to
hard.
easy level. Swag can put another set of medium tire. I think is the bet.
Yeah, he has
15
to put
laps.
on medium tires because he's gone soft so
But
far.
what about easy level?
And
Easy
easy
level
level's a
has
bit
to go on
stuck, isn't he? He
softs.
has to go on hard.
No, he has to go on hards. Suraj,
can't go on
they're not
mediums
making
again.
15 laps.
But hards would beat stretches. But yeah, I think
Oh,
hard
that
can.
is-
Hard is a not a bad tire in Suzuka.
No, but by the time it opens up for him, the race will be
Right.
over. Is basically the point. It's
Even
gonna
if you
take
put
him-
on the hard tires.
Oh, that is a late
Put
dummy
that
right
dummy.
there.
Look at that.
And
Not
Swag Boy
Suraj
didn't
beat that.
pit. And Swag Boy did not pit. So he's staying out. He's staying out
my
on the soft compound. Hershey does pit, so he's linked as a soft tire. But the Swag Boy is going to the end. If he does this, it's going to be a lot of respect.
Swag
Jane who?
Boy. I don't know why people aren't pitting.
Is there a chance of rain? Now that's the real question.
I don't think so. If there was a chance of rain, then the medium tire runners would have
Many
pit.
people would have started on mediums, to be honest.
Yeah. And there were a lot of soft tire starters.
If it's G2, we always get surprised. Just remember
Yeah.
Bahrain from last season. Some
Yeah,
amazing
right.
strategies.
Yes. Oh my! I can't call this race right now. It's gone so
Vivek,
off
that's
the
the
deep
best
end.
part about D2. You
Yeah,
can't
it's
call
gone so
anything in
far
this
off the deep
division.
end. Vintage
I think
player.
the
I
vintage
think
player can
how
still
many
win
times has
this.
he pit?
I'm not
Can
even
someone
kidding.
check? Can someone check how many times has he pit?
I'm checking. He's pitted 4 times, so not close enough to Racing Gupta's
Yeah,
or
but
Azul's
we're
record
only at
of
half
6
race
and 8
distance.
stops.
We're only at half race
Yeah,
distance. If he does it again, he's
There's a
going to
lot
do
of time
it.
left.
So I assume he's gone back onto the set of medium tires that he had on at his second pit stop.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
but he
has
must
put
have
up
only
4
done a
lap
couple of
old
laps.
tires, 4 lap old medium tires. So that is
Oh my God,
that
that's-
is.
I mean, they're not
how
that bad.
vintage.
Yeah, not that bad. I think
And
right
Manan
now,
is
if
put a set of fresh soft
I think
tires.
if I could pick a tire to be on, I'd pick either a 10 lap old hard tire or a 5 lap old medium tire because those are the most rubbered up ones at the front. Especially this 10 that 10 lap old hard tire that will easily go until the end of the race.
Is Manan the only driver with a 3-second time
Yes,
penalty? Oh,
yes, he is, and he's on softs for some reason now.
And Vifix, you know what this safety car does is it neutralizes the race, right? So it is disadvantage easy level all the way.
Yeah, he
definitely.
cannot pit right now. He has to go on hards if he does, and
even if when he go to pits,
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
gonna
think
be
it will be a
last.
gap enough, or the track isn't right
and
enough
remember,
to
the guy
overtake.
behind him is on soft, so he's probably gonna get overtaken. So he's not even gonna have the chance to build a gap.
Vifix and Suraj, I just have a very small question about easy level bot. Do you think that has easy level bot just dummied his own race win?
I don't.
By doing that
If he
to
has, then Caesar, get on the gifts, my guy. Get on the gifts. Get on the gift train.
Because I think so, he might just have dummied his own race win.
Yeah,
because
I don't know
could have
why
put
he
on
didn't pit. Even he could have just done the Azun trick, just pit once
He is a
and
quick
pit again.
driver, so he could have made some brilliant moves. even on
Yeah,
the
I
hard
think he should
tires.
have just done what Azun always does, just pit once for a tire that just to get
He
rid
would
of the
have,
mandatory rule and then just pit on another set of mediums.
and if
You
my
can
calculation is right, easy level, if he would have gone to pits, would have come P12
No,
because
but he
none
would
of the
have been
guys
because
are
he would
hit.
have had to. I think he should have just done what Azun always does. Just go on to a set of softs, do one lap under the safety car on it, and then just pit for mediums again. So he would have still been
Yeah.
ahead of Vintage because Vintage was pitting all the time through the safety cars, and he needs to be ahead of Vintage above anyone. So I think that is what would have made a lot of sense right there. But of course,
Going side by side is easy, but yeah, that could have been a strat. But I think only Azun CR7 can
yeah.
pull that off.
No, you're wrong. It's Azul LM10. But can you please tell me, Vivek, the situation of the championship as we are waiting for the
I
safety
think
car to
Suraj
come?
has the points table on opened up as we speak, so he's more
So
informed
yeah,
on this one than
Vintage
I am.
player leads easy level and he leads by 15 points. Who
Ooh.
leads Ahif by 8 points, and then it is all close between Sid, Kulkarni, Venkatesh, and Indie Gamer on a span of 3 points, 2 points, 4 points. But and then Manan Thakurwa and then Oxidize. Gagan, who is P11, was having a good race. Uh,
I think
having
it
the
was on
have
pure pace. It was the fun and safety cars in this lap.
And the
So
safety cars in
and
this lap.
Gagan, I just saw it. Gagan has raced one, like he has finished one race, he has won that one race. So much more like Vifix has done Gagan Singh this season.
Nah, yeah, he's just emulating some dirty drivers called Max Verstappen, I think so. But let's focus on this race right now.
That's
oh
getting
oh my
close.
God! Why is
That's
Easy Level trying to dummy on the in lap?
Ooh, it's
That's
really great right
Oh,
now.
close. And he
was that
thinks,
was that side by side? Was that side by side or was he behind him? That, that's what I'm interested in
maybe
more than the actual
tad
restart.
bit
But
But
he
look at
was.
maybe,
Swag Boy.
tad bit maybe, but
Ooh, Ace.
easy
Meanwhile, Ace
level.
has overtaken Anton. What an
And
opportunistic
there is
From
move!
all
Divya to
exchange
Thakurwa.
happening. There is all
Thakurwa has lost
exchange
multiple
happening.
positions.
Oh, I think he's just been squeezed out.
And
And
Vintage
look
is
at
Meanwhile,
in
Vintage
P10.
Pia. He's up to P10. The championship leader is
Vintage
showing his skill.
is game on. Vintage is the mindset right now, and he
Oh,
is.
look
oh,
at
meanwhile
him.
down
Look at
there.
him going for the
Wow,
move.
wow,
Oh,
that's
Oh, and
let's
he got
something
go.
wide.
big,
That
all
is
aggressive,
that is
all aggressive,
if
and
the guy
all
ahead
in.
of you is gonna show you that much contempt, and meanwhile Manan has no front wing. I don't think anyone cares, but yeah.
I think so. Even Captain Sandhu is missing an end plate. Yes, he
Yeah.
is. So multiple cars with
Oh, meanwhile,
damage.
Strike Boy is side by side through heading into the spoon.
And as it stands, if easy level goes
Oh
to
my,
pits, he's
is he
gonna
gonna
come
go
back.
for it? Is he gonna go for it? Look at how much more grip he has on those tires
Wow.
right now. So
Cars
it
versus Mercedes, the
is.
real battle we're seeing on the track
Yes.
and in IRL as
And
well.
in yes, and meanwhile Hershey, oh he's
Meanwhile,
in the wall,
Hershey.
he's in the wall, and Deadly Mosquito
Oh, look
spun
at it. Swag Boy on his level bot. He's going into it
down
in 130
down.
with
Oh my God, I thought he was gonna do the Alonso there. Oh my God,
I
this
nearly
is.
remembered PSI for a second.
All in between easy level and Swaggy. Nobody is giving out.
Meanwhile, Manan
Any,
is
but
somehow
I
in the.
think
Manan has
Swaggy is
somehow
Oh,
coming
he's
slotted
back
he has
into
on
to
the
go
zero
back.
point.
DRS. No DRS yet. Swaggy
Oh, there's
is
no
coming back.
DRS, but there might as well be. Look at how close they are. Oh, it's like
Oh, Swag Boy loses
Swag
it.
boy. Oh no,
But
no,
catches
Swag
a
boy.
drift.
And has no
Proper Tokyo drift
damage.
moment.
And has no damage.
he had
And
to. Oh, meanwhile, Thakur has got a 5 seconds of speeding in the. He had to go for it.
Oh,
Why
Sid
Sid
just
let
let his
him go
teammate
through?
by.
I don't understand that because Swag had to pit anyway, and he's just
Now
lost
Ace is
more
on
time.
Sid as well. I think the
What's
Sid that
happening
in a
up
very
front?
wrong position.
What's
There's
happening
yellow
up?
flags everywhere.
What's happening with me?
Madan pitted again. Takurwa with the damage and Deadly Mosquito.
I feel like there are
So
like
Vintage
two
plays back
distinct.
in the race.
Look at the track map. Look at how close this pack is, and then there's like a different race happening at the back.
Yeah, and easy level bot now is a 2.6 second gap because of Swag Boy's
He
mistake.
has to pit. I think this is the best chance he's gonna get to pit.
Oh, easy level bot can go on the softs now. This is perfect for him.
and he's gonna come P9 right behind Vintage.
Yeah, then such a big gap has opened up. There's a 31-second gap between Captain Sandhu and Vintage. So
I think so if there's
it's
a
like,
safety car, everyone's gonna pit in the top 9.
Yeah.
No one's gonna stay out.
yeah, that big of a gap. Oh my God. Meanwhile, Sid Venkatesh's car was poising on Strike Boy screen for some reason. But yeah, is he pitting? No, no.
I think
Swag
if
boy
you want to go
thinks.
on
Swagboy
softs,
has
Does
Swagboy
then
has
I
filled in.
just don't understand then why he why Sid overtook let him
They're
overtake
not in the
him.
same party
Yeah,
chat from what I know.
yeah,
And
but
look at the
even
battle
and
behind.
Vintage is coming on. His teammate Indie Gamer goes to the right,
oh,
takes the
that is
turn
a
one
brilliant
and
over.
does
That's
the
a good
move.
overtake. That's a good
Completes the
overtake.
move. Completes the move.
And
I mean, the
now,
extra awareness because of the third person camera is just brilliant.
yes, uh, third person, everything third person
Alright,
is
let's
just.
look at Sid Kulkarni, Anton Hypers, and X Sahib. This is so close.
Yeah, and everyone, all these guys are going to make it to the end easily. And in a few
Yep,
laps, I think
yep.
everyone will have the same tire wear anyway. So it's
Thakura
not.
pits again.
Oh my god, I think they're just going for the record now. I don't know what Manan is doing. How does Manan have so many set of soft tires left? He just went on like his third fresh set.
Oh, wait, there's a spinner. It's Captain Sandhu.
Captain Sandhu. But
And
amidst
yes,
all that chaos,
yeah,
Ace
and
1426 has certainly moved to P3.
yeah,
Is in
and
a podium position.
he did a brilliant capitalization
Kept
as soon as the safety car
all the
launched
trouble.
off of Anton Hypers. And he
And
But
he
knows that
remember,
has to
he
Anton.
should
defend. He
probably
has to
keep
Yep.
it.
defend.
And Sid Venkatesh, he has no reason to push right now. He knows he's in prime position here. He knows easy level has to pitch. Um,
Has Sid won or
and
G2
said,
race
look
yet?
at
I'm
that
not sure about
fastest
it.
lap,
Fastest lap.
Finally, someone said a fastest lap with so many safety cars.
Yep.
Meanwhile, it has died down a bit right now, but that's because no
Yep.
DRS, I think, and it is a
But
DRS train from
keep an
4th
eye on
to
Vintage,
8th.
who is gaining, who is making moves in P7. Is in a DRS train, obviously, but again, DRS train in Suzuka is as good as no
Yeah,
overtaking.
it's
But
as good as the first person making a mistake.
And Hershey has left the session.
Yeah, he
He's
did.
but
exiting
Anton
the
is
session.
giving all in. He's deploying everything he could
I don't know
to
why
make
he's
a
doing
move
that
on
techness
Ace.
though, so yeah.
He's on hard tires. The hard will come back to him
Yeah, it will
in
come
last
back in
4
like the
5.
last 4
Oh,
5
look. Oh,
laps.
I have nearly went for a move
Right now he
on
needs,
Sid
but he knows
Kulkarni.
that no overtaking can, realistically no one is gonna overtake because look at how close this pack is. On the
But
camera
he
shot you'll
has
see
no
5 cars.
ERS. He has no ERS and
Yeah,
people
and I
behind.
don't know why he's burning his ERS so much, you can't even overtake through some of those
Yep.
corners. So
Moreover,
it is,
Ace is slower than Sid Venkatesh, so that's not helping the pack out either.
Right.
yeah, this is
130R, if he had a little bit of more ERS, Anton would have made life a lot easy to make a move over here. But again, DRS straight coming up, and he would be lining up for a move. We should be seeing a battle now between Ace and Anton. Is Anton close enough? 6 tenths off, 5
I
tenths
think
off.
it's just not close enough because you can see his
DRS
light is blinking
enabled,
in the background as well. So he's more
and
like
Yeah.
defending now. He's actually defending more than he's attacking.
I
He
have
needs
nearly
that
been on the track, I'm
DRS. That
confused.
DRS is the only thing keeping him in P4 right now. The minute he loses it, he might just get swallowed up by everyone till Indie Gamer. That's Swagboy sets the fastest
fresh
lap
set
of
of
the race.
tires, fresh set of mediums. He does
What's
that.
easy level bot's plan?
And
Yeah,
getting
What's this
that's
yellow
mosquito,
flag?
is it a
Is
safety
that the perfect
car?
moment for easy level bot?
Is it a safety car? If it is safety car, then
Let's see, we have to wait until Thakura crosses this section. Only then will they call
I
it.
don't think so. I don't think so. It's already long enough for a safety car to come out. Yep. The game has
Yeah, they
decided
have
not
to-
to bring out a safety car.
Oh, I think there's some prayers going on in the.
Yep.
No, it is not.
Mercedes
I think he
Benz.
was just hoping. There was some
Yep.
definite prayers going on in that. And meanwhile, Swagboy gets a 3-second time penalty. Good news, if you finish
Anton is
90% of this
coming.
race, you're going to score points.
Anton is attacking Ace. Look for that
Yeah, look
battle for P3.
I think Ace
Final
is
podium
running
position.
a lot of straight line speed.
Now
Considering how
Anton
much he loses
deploying
in the
everything
corners.
he could. Deploying everything he could.
I
Red
don't
light
know why he's doing it
flashing.
here because he's going to get
I mean, he
overtaken.
didn't have
again.
much left already, so let's
Yeah.
see what he can really do. But he's
Oh.
killed so much at the exit of 130.
Well, I think
Ace is not able to take that
Sid
corner.
will have a move on Anton. In the next
If
section,
Anton
he could see
can't
that.
do anything, but they can't do anything because there's no.
Right,
Oh
and
my
Sid
God,
is
Sid
dead
again.
close. Sid is dead close. Makes a move.
On
Makes
the
a move
inside.
Oh,
That's
he's
a
and
pretty
Princess is
close to
gonna
get
go
double
for two
overtake.
people at the same time. Oh
Oh,
my
he really
god.
went for it.
And yeah, I think now the
Now
smarter
Ace is a
move would
real
be yeah,
challenger.
yeah. They would have to. I don't know why Easy Level still hasn't pinned. Just to be sure, did he pin on lap one? No, he hasn't. I know he's not pitting.
he is not pitting. He's
Is he
going.
just trying to increase? The gap was there for him to slot in somewhere in the
That's
top
But
10
Ace is
right.
as well.
increasing the
And
gap.
P8 it would have been the position if he goes a bit now. Maybe not P8, P9 because
yeah,
Swaggy Boy
he's lose. The more he doesn't pit, the
he's
more positions he's
betting
losing,
on
and
a
he's
safety
not.
car.
Oh, look at Sid Kulkarni. He's getting so close to Ace.
Yeah, I think
Does
Sid
he have a run
Kulkarni
right
is
here?
definitely the faster one.
Oh, Sid Venkatesh has lost it. What has he done?
No way! No way! Oh my god! Oh my
Mother,
god!
why are you in the party chat?
My god, I was just about to say, are we on for a first ever Sid 1-2? And this has happened. He will
But
be.
look at Sid Kulkarni now on Ace. Approaching
Oh,
130
that
R.
130! He does not
And
care. You
Ahif
can
as
take
well.
it. You
Ahif
can
was
take it flat after all. And that is
Yup,
a
he did.
brilliant move. Oh
And
my
Easy
god.
Level goes to pits now. He goes to pits now.
Did
I
Manan
think
spin
he's gonna
again?
come in
No,
P9.
no. He just bit again. He just bit again.
P9 is he where he would come or P8?
I. It's gonna be very close. No, he might just stay ahead of the horses, or maybe just one of the horses. No, Sid is betting as well. So yeah,
Sid is, I
it's
think
gonna
Sid
be
has
P8 for
damage. I
him.
think Sid has been damaged.
He can still make it a top 5 in my opinion. The fresh softs are gonna be really quick
No,
compared
I
to the
don't
older
think he
tires.
But
can.
no,
He
there's a
has.
And
lot of
Anton
gap
Hypos,
and
look at the
Anton.
battle! Look at the battle! Anton Hypos
Oh,
on the ace! What a
Anton gone
move!
ahead of Ace. How's this happen? Oh my god, the hard tire gang.
Yup.
Just
The hard runner showing you the
And
power of the hards.
and then it is game on for Vintage as well. P5 right now, who is in a prime position to make a overtake on
meanwhile, I is he
Ahif
gonna go down the
and
no.
Ace.
Ooh, Vintage.
That's too
I have
close. Too
slide
Can he
close
get
to
a better
comfort.
run?
Too close
Vintage
to
went all the
comfort.
way down to first gear there. If you saw
Ace is
that.
struggling so much. Does Ace have damage? Like he's struggling at every single corner exit. I'm
He's just
a
slow.
bit confused. Come on, bro. Don't be
Oh my
harsh
god,
on
oh
him.
my god.
Chill,
Come on.
Suraj.
Chill. That is how
Ace has done
AMS
some
party chat
wonderful
looks after
things
each
in
other.
Division 2, man. I've seen that man come
Oh,
back
meanwhile
from
now
hell
I
to a
have
podium 3 times.
there's some movement going on
That was
before
close.
Casper. No, there is through
And I
130 R
did take it
again.
flat.
Oh,
Oh, look
meanwhile
at
And
Vintage
Vintage.
Bell as
What a
well.
move!
What a move! Oh my
And oh
god!
my god,
Oh,
Indie Gamer!
he's
The man
getting
without the
used.
helmet.
He's getting used
And
like
Yeah,
a
Ace
Ace
goes
pit.
to the
definitely had
pits.
damage. I think so he
Yeah.
had damage. There's no way Ace is that
Yeah,
slow.
and he's pitting as well. He's getting used like a petite
He
women
has
from this
no
region do.
damage. He has no
That is how much
damage.
he got used through that last sector right there.
I'm telling you, just slow. He had no damage. But then
That's just good
look
news
at
for easy level. That's just a free position for
Yeah,
him. So
another position.
right.
I
But
think he's going to get up to Swag Boy by the end of this.
now
He might even reach the
Anton
top 5.
Hypers is another attack by Ahif and Vintage. And Vintage looks like he is in the Verstappen mode in that Red Bull.
Yeah.
Is aggressive.
Yeah, but
mean,
they
his
will,
last
but he
safety car
can't do
fixed.
anything yet because I don't think IF is slow enough for him to try and overtake. And IF is just getting DRS off of Anton every single time. You know, Vintage has he takes so much turn into that slow hairpin.
turn.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah,
He's turning
so
basically.
close to the corner throughout.
Yeah, that is a very very risky line. It can give you.
Yeah, that was
Who
fast.
spun?
And I think
It's Sid Venkatesh.
again.
Oh no, it just goes to
He's
battle.
lost the mojo.
How's it gone this bad?
Look at Ahif though, he is very close to Anton Hypers. He might go for a move on the main straight.
He has to be wary though. He can only go for moves. And meanwhile, Swagboy is fast indie gamer. So that is another position made up. And I have look at that. He got such a good run. And Anton has no ERS. It's going to be easy pickings. Now Vintage will need to get past Anton Hypers as well as fast as possible.
Anton is struggling
Can
with
I
ERS.
win?
Anton is struggling with ERS.
Can I have
Uh,
challenged for the win? He's gained 3
He
tenths
might.
in one cornering zone.
I think Usain might be just taking it a bit easy, but
It's a bit
now
too
he might
easy in my
start
opinion. He
pushing.
lost half a second. He
I
was 1
mean,
second
remember,
slower to the first sector on the timing sheet.
Anton is taking back. Anton is taking back. Deploying all he could. No, he's
It's
not
near
deploying.
down. It's almost down to a second already. Like, look at the gap at the front.
It's 2 seconds.
It
2
was
seconds between our
2.9
another battle
when
with
they
just
2.9,
began this
that's
missing
right.
lap. And
Takuro
Takuro
versus
and
Manan.
Manan used to love each other so very much. They have utmost respect for
Yep.
each other. And oh, meanwhile, Manan
Takuro, who nearly
almost
won this race last time around.
yes. Not gonna get anywhere near that as things stand. This is the last lap a safety car can come out, I think. Anyway.
No, I
But
think this is gonna be
Vintage
lap
is
24.
close. Vintage is close this time
Yeah, I think
round
he
to
should be able
Anton.
to get him when any time you see even he's blinking, the light is blinking on even through that zone. So that's
So is
cool.
IF getting
And
closer.
IF is
Gap between
just
2.8 to
IF
1.7.
absolutely
Make it 1.6 now.
32.1 was the lap time from IF that time. What did Sid Kulkarni
And
do?
Vintage is
I'm
going for
checking
it,
it.
takes the right, makes a turn. Does he go side by side both these guys?
That's
And
side by
Vintage has
side.
to
No,
yield.
that's
Vintage
good
has
one.
to
Yeah,
yield.
yeah, they had to. So
But
IF
as
was
he
2
is still
seconds
going.
almost quicker than Sid
Yeah,
Kulkarni on the last lap.
33.9 versus 32.1. That's 1.8 seconds to
Yeah,
be
he's gonna
exact.
be up. He's gonna be at his gearbox the next time they cross at this rate.
Or maybe Kulkarni was just conserving his tires and now he's gonna push.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
I
is
think I
definitely
needs to
pushing
get
now.
within that 1 second to have a chance. If he can get DRS, that's a half a second he's gaining every lap anyway. And meanwhile, Sid does set the fastest lap of the race in the 31.2. I don't think that will be any consolation to him.
Yeah. And easy level bot now nearly getting into the DRS of Indigo. So there might be a move coming there as well.
Yeah, I think this is as far as Easy might be able to go up the grade.
Vintage. He
Maybe
really
he
lost
can
the
get
grip of that corner.
drifting
Boy
all
since
around in the
February
smooth
3
section.
seconds. But yeah, Anton, Vintage. Oh, this is gonna be very, very crucial. And look at that, I have gained another, not as much, but if he keeps doing this, he's gonna have a chance right at the end. Look at how
Yeah.
much better he is in the last sector on the brakes.
But the driver who has a chance right now is Vintage player.
I mean, cut back
he's
to
a little
Vintage
too
player. I
back.
think he's a bit too far away. Now the light is not blinking as early as it was
It
before.
has
So Anton
started.
did start conserving a bit more, and I think Vintage is smart. He's not using it. He knows that later on. P3 is as far
No
as that he
Vintage,
goes.
man, no Vintage.
Oh my god, it was such a good
Vintage.
Easy
recovery.
level bot is on the inside. Is he gonna get 2 Red Bulls in one corner? Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
He is up to P5.
Oh my god, how's that happen? The third person awareness as well. And Easy Level could get a podium here still, since Strike Boy has
he's
that
in
3
P4.
seconds, I think. Yes, he does have 3 seconds.
P4 effectively, and he should be able to gain. No, he's not gaining easy level on
No, because
Swaggy.
he's lost all momentum. He had to in
I
Vintage
think so
just
now the medium tires are
yeah.
burned out. They're not working as much as they were before.
And this is gonna be meanwhile Indie Gamer, kudos to him, got a podium last race, top 6 now. He's definitely starting to pick it up.
Yep. But will the 2 Red Bulls now fight each other?
And remember, Swag Boy can Anton have no need to fight this. He can just let Swag Boy go. This
Yeah.
I think Swag Boy. If I was him, I'd actually try and get
Swag
DRS
Boy
off
is
of
out
this
of
sector
ERS.
as well.
Swag Boy is out of ERS.
Still pushing
Anton is
though.
almost out of ERS.
Meanwhile, gap
so
at the front. Kulkarni's pulled out one good lap here, and I think that should be just about enough to keep him in front.
Oh, look at P3 and P4 nearly losing their cars
Yeah,
at the final chicane.
IF has to put a lap of his life through now at this point to get. It's 4.6
Yeah.
seconds as they cross the line. 2 laps, so 8 tenths on an average he needs to gain on Swag Boy. And Swag Boy will have to overtake as well, and he's gonna get held up.
and
That's
he
the
has
thing.
got ERS.
He is going for the move.
My
Oh,
God,
he is so
oh.
close.
Oh, that is brilliant defending.
Yep.
That is brilliant.
But this is
defending.
gonna help easy level bot.
Yeah, he's gained a
gaining so much
second. He's
time
gained
because
a
of
second. He's
these
gained a second.
shenanigans.
Oh my god, that is
Even Indie Game is now gonna be ahead of Swag Boy. because he
At
is
this rate,
just
they
within
might
5
be. If he
seconds.
can't overtake Anton Hypers, it is in 3 seconds. But if he can't overtake
Oh, it
Anton
is 3
Hypers and
seconds.
he keeps losing all this time,
Yeah.
he's losing a second and a half basically in the first
He's gonna
sector.
send it here though.
No,
Oh, they
he's
nearly had
not.
contact.
Yuki
He is
can't.
thinking
Oh,
about it,
yes!
and he loses his car. Another horse has lost it
Oh my
there.
god!
Easy level boat up to P4 now. Yep, easy overtakes all around.
Oh, they're just trying too hard to get
Oh,
traction off
meanwhile,
of
Sid
that corner.
Kulkarni VFX has put a
Yeah, and
brilliant lap. Look at the gap now.
he has broken the will of IF.
Someone just
50,
tell that man not to swerve
he's lapping
as he
within a
crosses the
tenth
line.
of his best lap time right now. That's how good, that's how consistently
Yeah.
he's doing it. He's just giving him a sniff on the last lap, but there's nothing. Hopefully now we don't jinx him. I don't want to spectate him for that reason.
Yeah, VFX last time when AlphaTauri crossed the start-finish line of the first, crossed the checkered flag first, did not actually win the race because there was a bit of swerving.
Yes.
So hopefully Sid Kulkarni just stays focused throughout till the end.
Focus.
Only 3 sectors
He needs to focus right now.
remaining. But
Aw.
is there going to be a move? I don't see anyone close enough. I think so.
Yeah,
It's
I
pretty much
don't
done.
think there's
I
anyone
think it's
close
pretty
enough to
much done.
anyone. I think this is it. This is how they're gonna end it. But how have we gone to this point? The lines of the progression lines through this race. If you have to do it for every single D2 race, you're just gonna end up with like a jumble of just intersecting lines and stuff. How we end up at final race results in D2 is just quite entertaining at points. I
And
think
look
I
at Anton Hypers, what a drive! I mean, with
that
all
is
the challenges
with
that
all
he
the
had.
pressure as well. He was at the front of an DRS team where he had no ERS, but he made everyone make mistakes. Some good defensive driving, I must say. And Easy Level is not going to be close enough.
Not close enough this time round,
He's
but
one
yeah.
lap short, I think so.
Yeah, and that is.
Two-
And Anton was brilliantly. The way he was defending against Swerve for Sector 1. He just forced him into the mistake as well.
Both the
Easy
horses
Level
being
also
victims
not.
of
But
mistakes.
only 2 corners left now. Hopefully, last traction zone. He is through it. Sid Kulkarni wins the Japanese Grand
Without
Prix.
swerving.
Ahif gets P2. Anton Hypers will hang on. P3. I think that's his first podium. Easy level P4. Good recovery drive. Intake 5th. And Vintage Player 6th. I don't know whether he'll be happy or sad with that result considering how his race
So
was
it got
going.
P7. I don't know. I don't think so. Ace is getting ahead of
Yeah,
him. He's
neither-
quite far behind.
And yeah, there's gonna be a long wait because Manan is just taking spoon right now. But yeah, Captain Sandhu will cross the line for P9. Um, Sid
And what a
Venkatesh
race!
will
What
take
a race
P10. Yeah.
for Anton. But Vintage would be gutted. Like he was at the back, he was at the front, but at the end,
He ends
he
up
had
in
to
the middle,
settle
so he's
in the
taking the
middle.
average. He's just taking the average of his performances.
Right, and the
man.
bottom two finishers, Thakur and Manan, just completing.
Yep.
They can't separate
Another
these
big
two
end
on
for
the grid.
Manan.
Yeah.
Right.
Gets a point. That's
Yep,
all I can
a
say
point
about
is a
it.
point.
Guys, can you just invite these podium sitters in here? I feel this very eventful
Driver of the
race.
day.
And not many safety, and the safety cars that did come out, that first one was like 5 laps long. So how many were there? 2 or 3? Now I'm forgetting because the first one was so long.
There was a 3 safety car.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, look at Anton Hypers. He looks so pale after that tiring
Yeah.
race.
Yeah. Gupta, do you have the Ahif as your friend?
I mean, I'm open to Ive being my friend. Right now, I don't have him as a friend. Yeah,
Okay,
but
perfect, so-
let's invite these drivers.
yeah, I think I have burned a lot of the ERS on that one lap that he gained like 1.5 seconds because he was a second slower on the preceding laps. Then
I don't have Ahif. Somebody can invite Ahif.
Yeah, I'm gonna send invites to everyone. Sid Kulkarni, please try to stay online because you're a fast driver. You get onto podiums. You want to invite you faster.
please tell me.
Okay, Ahif. I think so. He should be there with us.
Okay,
Let's
Sid
sit together.
Kulkarni is here. Where is Anton?
Yep, he
okay,
is.
there he is.
Yep,
There
he
is
might have
Anton.
been sent
Sent
out.
him.
Let's just go through the grid. 15 seconds to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. precision menus. Sid Kulkarni first, Ahif second, and on third, easy level fourth. Just learn how to read takes. Watch the stream
It'll
back,
keep up
guys.
with
Come on.
this like Ace, Hit,
Yeah.
Venkatesh, Captain Sandhu Raman, and these other finishers.
Oh my God. Very fast. Eminem who.
Yep.
But yeah. All right.
And the non-finishers, they know who they are.
Yeah, then you know what you did. Yeah, to be honest,
Alright,
I think
Vivek,
Manan
take us
should have
through
just. I think Manan should have just DNF'd and did pro clubs. It would have been more worth his time. But anyway,
Only his time,
yeah.
to be honest.
I think are all three podium sitters here?
No, we are missing Ahif, I think so.
All right, just can someone tag him on Discord and ask him if he's joining or whether he's joining or not. But anyway, I think I'll just start off with Anton. Anton, you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can the
And
stream
please
hear him?
ensure
Yeah,
your
can your
audio
mic can-
settings are turned on.
My what? My audio settings.
Audio sharing settings.
Yeah, just put it on always allow your
Yeah,
voice
sure,
to be
sure.
shared.
Done.
Otherwise, the stream can't
Yeah.
hear you. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's there. It's there.
Okay. So anyway, let's just begin with the interview. First podium, I think. I think this is your first podium.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you've
Yeah.
gotten one before. If there's a harder way to win a first podium, then I'd really like to know. But that was some brilliant defensive driving, especially at the end there when you had like zero ERS left and you were at the front with that DRS train. I don't think you'd have been thinking that P3 was maybe lost, but the way you forced the other drivers into making mistakes, just defending at all the correct points. I think that was a very eventful race for you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was. I still can't believe what happened. I mean, I thought, yeah, the strategy was just straightforward. I knew how they were gonna make it, and I wasn't really banking on pitching again, just straightforward. I never even expected the quali. P4 was my best quali ever. And even thought like I didn't have the pace for Japan, but yeah, well, it was some good, consistent driving. It was great battles. I hope it was all clean and fair, you know. I think it was, but we'll see about that in the inquiries. Everyone did well, and yeah, congrats to Sid and Ahif. Ahif gave me a tough fight, and he flew away.
You kept
Even
it
on
very
those
clean, bro.
mediums.
Thank you.
Yeah, you flew away. Like you were on even on those hard mediums. I couldn't catch you. Good fight. Good job.
Yeah, is a good race to watch. Definitely, just making the hard tires work. Despite all the safety cars, we thought that other guys might just be able to make it to the end on the softer compounds like the mediums because so many safety cars were coming out. But good on you to keep the podium. And do I just wanna ask him anything?
Well, Anton, last 10 laps, I think you were already out of ERS. You were defending with a bunch of cars who were getting DRS from you. You were also getting DRS. First of all, congratulations on your first podium and your best qualifying ever. But what was your plan? I mean, you wanted to burn, you wanted to stay right behind the car, stay in the DRS. What was going on in your mind?
Just defend like a lion. I know it's my first podium, so I'm like just defend, you know. No need to attack, like just keep P3, you know. Because I knew like I wouldn't really get P2. I have flew away, and I mean I didn't have much ARS to catch him, and that's just how it is. Tough track to overtake, so I knew I could get P3. So yeah.
But yeah, brilliant race. Congratulations once again on your first podium, and enjoy the day, enjoy the night.
Thank you guys, thank you. Appreciate it.
You had to bring 3 commentators in here. We went from not having a stream to 3 comms. Just we knew something special was going to happen today.
And that was
But
it.
yeah. Anyway, and let's brush up. We can
To
talk.
Ahif, we have
let's
Ahif.
go to Ahif.
Ahif, before you start, please ensure your audio sharing settings are on.
Can you guys hear me?
We can,
hear
but
you, but it's
Yup.
the stream that won't be able to hear you later on when
It is
they
on.
rewatch it.
Yeah,
If it's on, then there shouldn't be any problems, and the people watching don't seem to have any problems with it. So, yeah, I think Suraj, you should ask him the questions. You were quite interested in everyone's start life was. So I think you should take the lead with Ahif's race.
Well, yeah, I have congratulations on P2. Not an easy P2. There were lots of ups and downs. Talk us through your first. I mean, at the start. The start was not as expected. You are in P3 in championship. I think the goal would have been to
No,
finish
I
ahead
actually
of Easy.
wanted to, just finish the race today. I had zero practice. Last race Hungary, I had time to practice, but I almost didn't make it today. So I even told Caesar that I will not be able to race. But like all I wanted to do was finish, not get any penalties, and not DNF. And so I was luckily able to qualify. But I was trying to keep it clean, move away from people. I ended up going down 3-4 places.
But well, yeah, I think patience is key, and that is what you did today. And but yeah, congratulations on the P2, Vifix and Gupta. If you have anything for Aif.
Yeah, I just have a small question. So I have you were P3 in the championship. I think so you'll be P2 now, as you've caught up to easy level bot and vintage player. So what's your strategy for this championship? Do you are you aiming for the title, or are you happy with a P2 or a P3 in the championship?
I don't know. Actually, this is my first season. I joined IRL few months back. I just had one reserve race last season. So
Yeah.
I was just trying to have fun, but I didn't expect to be P3 or P2. So let's see. I don't want to jinx it. If I win, good. If I don't, not the end of the world.
All right, great race, Sahib.
Thank you.
Shout
Thank
out
you.
to the reserves division, by the way. Wonder what happened to that guy who ran it.
I have no idea, bro.
Yeah. But anyway, let's all just move on to. Well, we thought it would be a different person with this name that we'd be interviewing right now, but it's not. It's the other man, Sid Kulkarni. Nice win for you there, Sid. I think I'll let Gupta take the lead on this one because he was watching your namesake, your fellow namesake, absolutely ruin his chances of winning. So, Gupta.
Well, first of all, said a greatly controlled race and amazing management of the hard tires. But I saw you lose time to IF all of a sudden. But the next lap onwards, you were like as fast as him, and later on, you became faster than him. How were you able to manage your tires that well and your pace as well?
Actually, going into the race, I knew that my pace in Sector 1 was faster. I mean, so I knew that Sector 1 is where I can gain the most of the time, and that is where I can get close to the front runners. So all my race, I was just managing to keep it on track in Sector 1 and get as good as possible and the time as possible in Sector 1. So yeah, last corner before I was like, got distracted. I was looking at the timetable and I got distracted, and then after that I was like, no, I have to win this anyhow.
Well, great race, Sid. After watching your race, I definitely remembered a quote by a famous American clown. I am loving it. So, speaking about clowns, let's move on to Suraj. Suraj, any questions about Sid?
Well, ignoring and YouTube guidelines, please follow it. And having said that, congratulations at Kulkarni. That was a well-controlled race. Were you expecting that you'll be winning this race at maybe the first 3-4 laps?
No, not at all. If you see, I don't know if you see my quality, but I was not able to put a good lap. And then going into the race, I was very cautious because last season I got taken out before turn 1 only. So I was very cautious, and then I lost a few places in the start only. I got to P11. And then from there, I just wanted to, anywhere I could see a gap, I wanted to go for it. And with the tire management, and ultimately, I knew that if Sector 1 was my strongest part, so I knew that, I had to just manage the tires and ERS. Maybe I could have chances of winning the race. But P1, I was not expecting at all, so I don't know how it happened.
But nonetheless, a phenomenal race, said Kulkarni. Congratulations on P1. I think you would have made some gains on easy level and vintage for sure. IF is also not that far. So yeah, enjoy your night and passing to the guy who invited a clown. Vifix.
I mean, I try and be as funny as possible on the racetrack. Even last week, I had to negotiate with two clowns on the racetrack itself, so that it's nothing new to me to negotiate with clowns. But yeah, Sid, I think the only disappointment with your race was that we didn't get to see the two Sids battling. I think if Venkatesh hadn't spun, we would have seen that. I think that's because we do need it in the IRL moments book to see the two Sids fighting for the race win. But yeah, I think that was pretty well controlled. Zero mistakes, I'd say, like spins or anything, while everyone else was blowing up. So, good job, Sid.
Thanks, Sid. Hopefully next race I'll be battling with Sid Venkatesh.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, leaving all that aside, we come to the end of this stream. Join us tomorrow. I think it's the same race. I hope we're streaming tomorrow. Somebody should pick up the slack. We more than well picked up the slack for all the missed weeks. This week, I feel like the two guys on the comms box. Thank you for joining me, Suraj and Gupta. Gupta, welcome back, by the way. And congratulations to all the podium sitters and the race winners, Sid Kulkarni. And I think that will be all for tonight. And that is us signing off. See you